You're on.
Okay, I gotta accept it here, it looks like. Yeah, so my name is Cindy, and I first came to Mina because I was having stomach problems. I'd had a really long bout of gastritis, and conventional medicine wasn't really healing it other than telling me I should be on a pill for ever. So in the first session with Mina, we basically identified that the physical was manifesting from the emotional and deeper things than just perhaps maybe what I was eating or something wrong with my digestion that was just at a physical level. So I've been meeting with Mina about a year and a half, and what I've learned in that time, a number of things. One, I need to nourish myself. So good food, good digestion of that food, rest, and for me, meditation is really key. Grounding practices are also very key for me. The biggest learning from that is I really need to prioritize myself rather than everyone else around me coming ahead of myself. The other big learning was that trying to control things only hurts myself. I should let go and let it flow. One particular practice that was helpful was to expand my heart with thoughts of things that bring me happiness, that bring in one of my negative feelings into that positive orb, and then let that expanded heart embrace the negative feeling and give it a big hug. Don't resist the energy, but transmute it. Let's see, I noticed over that time some patterns. Summer was when feelings seem to rise to the surface for me. Fall is when I tend to become more sensitive and a little bit less focused. Paying attention and being aware of what's going on in my mind and my body, and just awareness and my consciousness overall should be the first step in everything. It's very important. So for example, I should pay attention to where feelings manifest physically in my body. In the case of my gastritis, that was really my solar plexus area, the solar plexus chakra. I should also pay attention to where I hold tension in my body. For example, I hold tension in my brow, or I grind my teeth at night. So brow is the chakra that's the third eye, the knowing, the compass. My furrowed brow is from too much thinking and not enough just being and going with the flow. Jaw would be my throat chakra and speaking my truth. My hip problem, I've had problems with my hips off and on over the years. That relates to stability and security, and so on. And then lastly, where I was feeling that I was overworked or had too much going on in my life, or that might be traced back to some feelings of self-esteem, like I need to work hard in order for others to find me worthy. So good advice there was that I make my own to-do lists. So I should start taking things off of it. I have that power. And the to-do list should be things that add value. So if I'm not getting anything out of it, why is it on my to-do list? That's about the summary.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Cindy. What are some of the practices that you have learned, like the meditations? I don't know if you did the 21-day meditation or you did the heart-based meditation. Are you practicing that?
Yep. So I actually bounce back and forth between a couple of different ones. I had the 21-day one I go through sometimes as a series, or sometimes I just randomly pick one out that speaks to me. I've been through the entire series, I think, in order twice, and then at other times I'll just pick one that seems to speak to me that morning. I also have the that 4-part anxiety one, and so that one is one that I go back to sometimes as well. Not that I'm feeling like as much anxiety now as I was at the time that that I downloaded it, but that first one and the anxiety one is just a very good basic breathing one that comes in very handy.
Oh, wonderful. So
Yep.
would you say that the digestive problems have resolved?
Yes. Yep. Yep.
Wonderful.
For
And,
sure.
and the other, like the deeper emotional energetics, I know that's a process, but are you feeling good about that you've got a good understanding and awareness of it and that you're on your way?
Yes, I feel like I have the toolkit to definitely be able to keep working on that. As you mentioned, that's not something that, I'm going to fix in the next 6 months or anything like that. That's going to be a lifelong journey, but I have the tools that I need to be able to do that.
But you have noticed that certain things that really emotionally impacted you no longer do.
Yes, for sure. Probably the thing that was having the biggest impact on me during the time that we were meeting together is something that is really only occasionally is something that bothers me now, whereas before it was pretty much consuming my life and my relationship with that person.
Yeah, very good. Very good. So what are some of the things that might be on your radar that you're moving towards resolving or understanding more of?
Yep. So definitely the things that that are things that I'm working on, I guess, are my personal relationships with others. So making more friendships or feeling more comfortable around other people as far as not always thinking so much about what others might think of me, but just enjoying my time with them and things like that.
Very good. Thank you so much, Cindy. So I have deliberately put my kind of video not on the screen because I just really wanted it to be Cindy's story. So I appreciate, I enjoyed working with her. She's I love clients who are so truly engaged. She takes notes. This is the summary that she just gave you. She just told me that she's been taking, Google Sheets, she's been taking all the notes, and it's really wonderful to do that. So, the teacher becomes it makes me become a better practitioner or a better coach when the student is so ready and willing and so engaged and participating. So it's been a privilege to work with Cindy. And so I'm appreciative of her. So at this point, I'm going to stop the recording. And so again, like Cindy mentioned, so, our physical issues many times are just a signal that we need to pay attention to. And it's in my practice, it's never the physical. Physical is where it shows up. So we do deeper work into all the way to the energetics, which is spiritual, mental, emotional, psychological, and in parallel with that, taking care of the physical body, whether it's, having a lifestyle that's conducive to better health, better eating, if there are any herbs that's to be included, if there are other mindfulness practices, but again, connecting the dots from the deeper and then finding ways to incorporate that understanding or teaching in a practical day-to-day life for a better overall health from physical to the non-physical. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to end the video here.